ago.
I'm gonna end it right.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
And this is about to go down. From Pepsi Center in the Mile High city of Denver, the Jazz taking on the Nuggets. For Utah, there's no easy opponent. Sitting fourth in the West. A great chance to win each and every time they play. Nuggets, Jazz, coming right up. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
Yeah, some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall. Others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Craig in at the two-guard.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Now Mitchell. Now the pass to Gobert. Dishes it to Conley. Takes the 13-footer, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And Gobert drops them both.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are, a lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Here's Conley. Michael Porter making his last shot. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Ball's knocked loose. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter's running.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. That one goes. Count it.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
He kicks it to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now, but they'll get another chance. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Denver on D. Lobbed up there for Mitchell.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Murray outside. And that one is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Two.
The first free throw is good. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Here's Ingles following the score by Jamal Murray. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, trailing by 5. O'Neal against Porter. 4 on the shot clock. Shot from 12.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Murray, good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Gobert. Had a tough time getting going against the Thunder. He was a non-factor in that game. Mitchell outside. Shoots. The Jazz with another miss. The Nuggets leading by 7. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the Jazz with possession here. 9-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Murray, the pass to Craig. Now, Jokic, covered by Mitchell. Back to Jokic. Clock at 6. Craig can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 7. Down low. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by O'Neal. And that's now 6 points for Donovan Mitchell. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Passes it to Jokic. Here's Grant. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Gobert.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Conley against Murray. Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Now here is Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Mitchell's shot is good.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Murray kicks to Porter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. A chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorer. Rudy Gobert is second.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Eyes on Donovan. Watch the screen.
And here is Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Pass to Craig. And here's Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Craig, good. Craig's got 7 points.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Engels trying to get open, and it's blocked. Here's Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Murray. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
So he gets them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Jazz trail by 8. Moutier kicks to Gobert. Moutier against Morris. Steps back and fires. And the shot is long. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wide open look here for Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Clarkson with the ball. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Davis surveying the floor. Over Plumlee. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Jazz trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Utah calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Bowl, he's checked in for Denver.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Nuggets sit statistically in the NBA right now.
And let's go back to their place in terms of the assists. Cracking into the top 5 for me is an illustration of the cohesiveness with which they play offensively. No doubt this team's on the same page.
Here's Niang. 8 points his last outing. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Bowl. To the middle, here's Plumlee, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Ed Davis. And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
Now, here's Moutier, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And let's see some numbers here on Jamal Murray. He's really producing here second half of the season. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Gobert, 5 points in the game. And the pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Moutier, drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Bowl. Baseline jumper. Gobert with the block.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Jokic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Jokic has got his second bucket.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. .153 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Plumlee. He dishes it to Morris. 6 to shoot. And Davis sends it back. Up top, Moutier, covered by Morris. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Now, here is Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
One shot.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Jokic draws the double. It's stolen by Moutier.
Come around. Come on, box him out.
Lays it up off the glass. Moutier's got his second bucket tonight.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
At the top of the key, Plumlee. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Good on the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now, here's Moutier. He has 5. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Clarkson from deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like, that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Nuggets so far.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got Moutier. Rudy Gobert is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Niang in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here is Morris. Gobert with the block. 13 feet away. It doesn't go for him. And the Nuggets going the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Dozier passes to Bull. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. The 3 from Morris. The offensive rebound. Millsap. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And, you know, rebounding is about knowing where the ball is going as well as pursuing it. And I like seeing him hit the offensive glass and go right back up with it.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And it's Bull that time on the assist from Plumlee.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Clarkson. Moutier kicks to Clarkson. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Two shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson. Clark, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Plumlee. Porter comes in for Bull. And it's Troy Daniels in for Morris.
And, you know, one of those rare second-round picks who played well immediately. Clarkson was first-team all-rookie and continues to develop.
Now, here's Grant. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Mitchell. But they recover it. Here's Davis. Count that one.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Dozier. Millsap has the open look. Connects from three-point range. Millsap's got 5 points in the quarter.
And, you know, you see the improvement. Millsap has established himself as a decent three-point shooter now. He has the range.
Conley finds Clarkson. Stolen by Grant. And Grant with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, I like the fact that Grant is a guy who plays both sides of the floor at a high level, always keeping his hands moving on defense, and as a result, he comes up with a number of steals.
Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Now Daniels. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Davis. Clarkson on the wing. Here's the three. And Utah, another three.
Boy, so much confidence in himself, especially for a young guy. I mean, Clarkson drains it with a hand in his face.
Dozier kicks to Porter. Shoots over Clarkson. The jumper from the free throw line is good. And it's 8 points for Michael Porter.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Conley, the pass to Davis. Back to Conley. Passes it to Mitchell. There's the three. The rebound by Grant.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Conley gets the bucket.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here's Dozier. He's covered by Clarkson, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And the shot goes down. Grant's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Now here's Conley. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Shots good by Clarkson.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Dozier, covered by Conley. Here's Dozier. Clock is at 3. On the wing, Daniels. And again, Denver with the triple.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Conley dishes to Davis. Kicks to Mitchell. And Utah turns it over again. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Friday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Now, here's Mitchell. 13 points in the game. Here's Conley, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Ingles. Now, here's Mitchell. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Clock at 4 to end the run, and Davis puts it in. Davis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
There's the pass to Jokic. And he comes up with the deuce. Jokic has got 9 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Down low, Davis scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision.
Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
From the arc. That shot off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
No good from outside.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Mitchell. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Conley surveying the D. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Free throw good, Porter.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 13.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Jokic finds Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And the ceiling so high for Porter, a versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
And Porter drops them both.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Now here's Mudiay. 8 points for him. Here's Mitchell. Basket counts. Mitchell's got 15 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic trying to free himself up. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Gobert kicks to Mudiay. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Count that one. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
Now here's Mudiay. 10 points for him. Porter with a block. They recover it. Denver's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Morris passes to Porter. That shot off the mark. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Jazz.
Get it going.
with 1 on the clock. Good, he hits the jump shot. 7 points in the game. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them, not really showing any energy on defense, no discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too. You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Two.
No good on the free throw. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
And he sinks the second.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all three, triple-double like.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. And Utah has possession. Here's Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Utah shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
Tries again, and it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got 9.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging 22 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here's Jokic. 12 points for him. He was all alone on that one. Murray's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Nuggets.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Conley, the 15-footer, good.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Over Gobert. Jokic, no good.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there, and outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
That free throw missing.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Bulls checked in. And the second free throw, good. And Greg, you talked to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Now here's Gobert, following the miss by Jokic. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
2 shots, foul, elbow, 2.
The Jazz have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
Who's got Murray?
Pass to Craig. Back to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Now the dish to Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Jokic trying to free himself up. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now, here's Clarkson. 7 points in the game. Gobert dishes to Conley. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Stolen by Michael Conley.
Hey, D up on Mike.
He feeds it to Gobert. Missed inside.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 12. His three-pointer's off the mark. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a lot of room. He kicks it to Conley. No good on the three.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And Millsap slams it in.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Now here's Conley. 5 points in the game. To the inside. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Murray against Conley. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Bull. 5 on the clock. And that one drops. Bull's got 9.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Jokic. 9th in rebounding, 15th in assists, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. First free throw is good. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Dozier passes to Bull. Dishes to Millsap. The pass to Plumlee. Here's Dozier, covered by Conley. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. With this break in the action, here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top passing teams in the league. 4th, the Nuggets.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
Watch Mike.
Kicks to Gobert. Takes a 3. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Improving shot mechanics, good height on that jumper, nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Outside Millsap. Pass to Bull. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
2, 2.
And that one falls for Bull. And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
That one misses.
And like his father, Manute, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Bull following the three-pointer by Utah. Inside, and the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Clarkson passes to Niang. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered by Daniels. That one goes in. Clarkson's got 10 points in just the second half.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Moutier. Here's Niang. And it's off from three-point range.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the call will be against George Niang. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles, season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We had been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Daniels, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now here's Millsap. He's got 9. Passes to Daniels. Plumlee trying to break loose. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
Morris with the bucket.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And the Jazz call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. And it's Michael Porter in for Bull. Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. And here's Moutier. He's got 14. Pass to Clarkson. The three. And the call will be against George Niang. That's foul number 2 for him. Ed Davis is checked in for Utah. Morris with the ball. He's got 8. The pass to Porter. The shot from the low post is good. Porter's got 17 now.
He's just a natural scorer who can heat up fast. Porter's offensive game, very impressive, and he's still adding to it.
Now here's Moutier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Porter comes to help. Davis inside, covered by Morris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
2 shots.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
First one falls for him. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Denver's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. It's stolen by Moutier. Davis with it, working on Plumlee, and finished off by Davis.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Morris against Moutier. Mitchell outside. Davis kicks to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Hey, that's all you.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Here's Clarkson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
The total answer for this team, Clarkson on one tonight.
Morris outside. Pass to Porter. With 4 seconds on the clock, that one's not going to go. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Davis, also Bradley out there, and it's Williams-Goss in at the one. Morris with the bucket.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Passes it to Davis. Here's Williams-Goss. He's guarded by Plumlee. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Morris passes to Daniels. Here's Bates-Diop. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Bates-Diop's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Dozier's checked in. And so he hits both. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. That's tipped. Grant sinks that one from the post.
The superb work ethic of Grant. What a nice, soft touch inside.
The Jazz shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Pass to Bradley. Trying to get open is Davis. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Daniels passes to Bates-Diop. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Bates-Diop's got 5 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
He should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Williams-Goss. To the paint. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Grant is just really an aggressive player who welcomes contact on his shots. I mean, the defense has to be careful around him because he's looking to draw fouls.
And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
2.
That free throw, no good. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions, and the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
That's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
The pass to Bates-Diop. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Bates-Diop's got 7 now in this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Outside Bradley. to stop the run. Here's Davis. Bradley trying to break free. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Fades. The shot by Vonleh no good. For Utah, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Oni. Utah getting another chance here. And Grant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Intercepted. Bates Diop, the pass to Grant. Unable to get that one. And Utah the other way now. Here's Williams-Goss. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Now, here's Grant. Pass to Bates Diop. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing, and good that time. Bates Diop's got 9 points in the quarter.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Bradley can't get it to go.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Dozier passes to Daniels. Here's Bates Diop. Shoots over Tucker. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Launches it. It's good from long range. Tucker's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Passes it to Vonleh. Clark, for a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Denver with the ball. After the basket by Utah. Bradley with some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution. Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Williams-Goss, the pass to Bradley. Shot from 12. Again, the Jazz score. The Nuggets have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Here's Grant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the commitment from Grant on the drive to the rim, I mean, he's absolutely ferocious, relentless in how he attacks the rim.
Shooting one.
And Grant, no good on that one. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic.
Wow.
Because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Bowl, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. And he's good on the second. Utah shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. It's Bradley on the wing. Over Vonleh, and Utah again with the bucket.
You know, the defense was on the shooter, but in the end, sometimes you just have to tip your hat to better offense.
Here's Dozier. Pass to Bowl. From past the arc, it's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bowl's understanding of when to look for his is next level.
Bradley with the ball. Vonleh on him. Bradley can't get it to go. Denver's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Two.
And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
Now the pass to Vonleh. Pass to Bates-Diop. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Daniels, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Now, here's Vonleh. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Vonleh. And for the Jazz, they're shooting in this game 45%. Williams-Goss, the pass to Bradley. Here's Williams-Goss. Releases, trying to get open as Davis, and Bull pulls it down.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Jazz shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Davis, the pass to Williams-Goss. Now Tucker. From 10 feet out, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. It's stolen. Tucker finds Davis, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Davis. Denver's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Now, here is Morris. They get it back. Passes it to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. Morris outside. Goes up again. Utah shooting well. They're at 45%. Williams-Goss, the pass to Davis. Here's Williams-Goss. And he finishes nicely on the layup. There's 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Bull. And here's Daniels. He kicks to Bull. Here's Vonleh. And that's going to be a travel. Jazz shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Denver.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Jokic.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
Here's Morris, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Ed Davis.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. And Morris drops them both. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. At the elbow, it's Bradley. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Bull with it. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.